you struggle to get wins in Fortnite Zero build or want to get those wins way easier, with this Inside My Mind series, I'm showing you guys skills and strategies that will level up your game, help you get more wins in normal, ranked, and even tournaments. I come from a different BR, where I stood on top of the EU leaderboards for eliminations and wins for years, won many tournaments, and only recently switched to Fortnite, where implementing my strategies made me climb from bronze to elite in literally just 4 days. So I think I have a unique perspective on how to play Fortnite, and after getting comments like these in the first part of the series, I come to believe that showing all the things I talked about the whole season in my guides in real Fortnite situations is the best way to improve your gameplay. So, today again, we're hopping right into an insanely difficult match that I would have lost for sure if I didn't follow my own strategies. Today we're dropping somewhere else. For this one, I went down straight to Hazy Hillside as I saw multiple people dropping down on my go-to spot. And as always with the drop, priority number one is guaranteeing that you can loot without getting damaged in the first couple seconds. And second, to get full shield as fast as possible. Hazy Hillside is a pretty good drop. For one extra reason, there's a vending machine here that lets you buy a TMNT weapon, which is the supreme movement of this season. I dropped down exactly on an auto shotgun that I saw from above, meaning I can defend myself if I have to fight on the first building. But of course, I'm trying to avoid as many fights as possible early game, loot up as much as I can, and boy, these Hazy Hillside buildings actually have a lot of chests. So honestly, I end up getting a full loadout in the first building here. I got movement, some shields, a shotgun, an AR, and a sniper rifle. And at this point, I'm playing very careful. I'm trying to get some vision over the whole spot by going on the roof, since I know people drop with me, and blindly rushing into the next buildings can get you killed for sure. I spot a guy on the main building with the tower and hit him with a nice snipe. And since I have movement, I use this chance to push the guy and end up getting a nice and clean elimination here, helping me improve my gear and mainly, of course, getting rid of one enemy on my job. Notice how I'm still very careful and try to see if anybody is reacting to this fight. I'm getting shot from down here and quickly hit him with a body shot, which thankfully already was enough to eliminate the guy. And as I'm driving over to buy a TMNT weapon, I get shot. I know I have to get to the vending machine first, because even if I hit a snipe, I will not be able to push without proper movement. And as this guy is trying to blow up my car, I peek the other side, and while he jumps, I hit him with a perfectly placed snipe, which of course allows me to push over. I saw that apparently a third party situation is possible here, as I saw shots. I used my movement to get on a different roof here, hit him with a snipe, which makes him die to the other guy, and quickly snipe the other guy as well. This guy played way too aggressive. He should have never gone for the other fight, knowing that I'm still around as well. I played careful, and I easily got out on top here. Having a decent basic loadout, as well as a TMNT weapon, my next goal is to get a medallion, which is why I push Reckless Railways. When pushing Reckless Railways from this side, I like getting rid of this bush by touching it with my car, because I did die to campers here quite often, and since I don't want to camp here myself, I quickly get rid of it. I noticed this medallion hasn't been touched in a while, so I believe somebody is camping here, which means I don't want to approach the normal way, and I dash over to the sewers here, which of course bring you straight down to the vault. To my surprise, nobody is in here, not even in the vault, and I end up getting a free medallion and free upgrades to my gear. Afterwards, I push out the same way I got in, as this allows me to quickly dash on top of the train station to get some vision, and the moment I'm up, I spot another guy in a car pushing up the same hill I went the first way. And at this point, I'm super glad I got rid of the bush, because I could be in deep trouble if he was camping it right now. I hear shots and quickly push over, spot the car down there. Of course, my initial response is thinking that this guy is the guy we just saw. I quickly realized, no, this is just a bot, and I got debated by the car being literally the same car as the guy was driving. So I take the car, and my next goal is to get the next medallion. I look at the map, see the guy up north, and start pushing. I damage his car a little bit before I start my chase. But while I'm on the bridge, I notice somebody else shooting me from the hill. I try a couple snipes as I hear the other car approaching. And of course, I want to avoid the third party, so I hop back in the car and start driving. I chase this guy in his car for quite a while until we reach Pleasant, and I see footsteps right here. Thankfully, the guy I'm chasing dropped down, and then now I have a window of opportunity to get rid of the guy on the high ground here. Hit him with a snipe right away before I push up. However, this guy reacted pretty nicely and jumped away. I tried one too many times, and I got third partied, meaning, of course, I back out and try to regenerate my shield. I try to find the guy that was sniping me, and I spot movement, and of course the sniper glare all the way back here on this mountain. I can still barely see him with my 2x scope on this distance. However, hit an insane snipe on the guy while he was jumping, allowing me to push towards the zone as this guy is running. I use this opportunity to yoink his car and get into the next zone. The zone is pretty pretty small at this point, and we are definitely in the end game. Spot a guy on the hill, try a couple snipes, but don't really want to risk getting a headshot. As I take a look on the map and see there's still one more guy behind me, spot him on the rocks and try to snipe him mid-air while he uses his movement. Barely missed the guy as he gets out of reach. And I look at the map again and see the next zone is quite difficult to get to. And also, I know I'm surrounded by players, and while my car is already pretty damaged, I figure it's the best way to get into the zone without getting damaged too much myself. And while I go in, I notice footsteps behind me. My car ends up tanking bullets for me. It's not so easy to control since I'm missing a tire. However, I managed to go the right way, get rid of another bush, and use my movement to get into the bush in the next zone. As I know nobody could have been here yet, as I just got into the zone. This should be the best position for me. I spot a guy at the next rock as he tries to snipe me, and I know I have the supreme angle since I'm slightly on top of him. So I stay patient. I know he's gonna peek again. He does just that, and I hit him with a perfect headshot. I check the other side, spot another guy, and as I try to destroy his cover, he hits me with a good snipe, which made me nervous and move up to the next high ground. I spot a guy on the highest point on the map. I know taking the snipe is super risky. I try once and hit him with another perfect headshot, meaning we are in the final 1v1 and I have the zone. I look back at the other guy, notice he's moving, quickly hit him with the snipe as well. And I feel like this is the perfect situation for me to push. I dash over, try to hit him with my left click charge, but he barely moves out of the way. And while I first really believed in this push to be the right place since I already damaged him with a snipe, he now has the way better position as he has my high ground in the zone while I am on the low ground. But I still have the HP advantage, so I feel comfortable pushing back onto the guy. I try to peek, but barely shoot above his head, charge up into the air, and as I see him reacting to me, I notice I'm running out of time. If I charge one more time, he will be able to shoot me. So instead, I use my left click to quickly get back to the ground, which is the only reason why he didn't hit me here. I know he's expecting me to push on the right side, so instead, I jump up and hit him with the shotgun, and now he believes I'm gonna shoot him. So again, I do the opposite and push to the right this time. I charge up and get into cover. I try to damage him while he pushes me, but he does a smart play and gets into the zone. I follow him and see this stone here as my last piece of cover. I cannot let him get this cover while I'm out in the open, so I close the distance while I reload my shotgun. I see the footsteps to the right, and as I jump, I spot him next to the tree, so I try something risky. I try to quick scope him on close range while he jumps and end up hitting this pixel perfect headshot, securing me the epic victory royale. Boom! Headshot! Boom, dude! This game was really insane. I loved my positioning for the most part in the end game. However, of course, hitting these 3 headshots on the last 3 remaining players is what got me the win here. Hey guys, I'm having so much fun editing here right now. I'll give you guys a bonus game which had an insanely unique end game. So for this one, I'm gonna skip over the early game a bit and we go straight to the point where I finish my loadout by achieving to get rid of the guy with Nisha's striker AR. Of course, it means we are in fencing field. I just saw the guy fighting and used my movement to third party here. Hit him with some decent damage as he pushes above me. I close the distance, hit him with some really good shotty shots before I push up and cleanly get rid of him. I get his medallion, I get Nisha's striker AR, and I'm ready to move into the mid game. I don't have a TMNT weapon, so my first goal is gonna be to find a TMNT drop. And I'm finding Raphael's Sai here. And with this, my loadout is complete. I spot a guy on this hill, wait for him to jump, and while he jumps, hit him with a perfect headshot. I saw that he was focusing on somebody else, and as I move to the left, I see somebody taking cover at this tree. I notice a tiny bit of movement in the tree here and end up hitting the snipe, forcing him to move up. And of course, I chase him, hit him with some good damage here with Nisha's for doing another push with my movement right next to his cover. Hit him with a nice shot. As he moves out again, I cut his way off and eliminate him. I'm afraid of getting third party, see the other drop here, and quickly switch Sai. Switching them will give you full charges again. And thank God I did this, since right after I get shot in the back as somebody was apparently already pushing me. I move out and shield up. As I take a look at the zone, I realize I really gotta start moving right now. So I do just that. I rotate into the zone, take a roof, and try to gatekeep the guy. I spot him jumping on the roof and try a quick scope, but barely missed the guy. As I realize somebody else just sniped this guy in the face, I'm considering pushing over to get the medallion, but spot somebody else already took it. And as the zone is moving, I instead dash down to the car and start getting into the next zone. I use my car to get all the way on top, as this end game is all gonna play out on this mountain. And I know there's not much cover on these, so having portable cover is gonna be super useful to me. I managed to drive literally all the way on top, where I spot a guy, and as he jumps, I barely missed the snipe again. However, I do some really good damage to him with Nisha's striker here, and end up one-clipping him. I take his medallion, and I took over the highest spot on the map here. Not only is it gonna be the hardest for my enemies to shoot me here, I also get the most vision, and spot one guy rotating in right here, hit him with a snipe, try to follow up with Nisha's. However, he's barely a pixel down there, and only end up hitting one shot. And notice I'm not in the next zone, so I use the jump pad to get to the next highest position. However, the spot in the zone is already taken, so I go on this little mountaintop, since it's slightly higher and allows me to get an angle on the guy. I miss the snipe and feel forced to use the jump pad over here as well, as I see no other way than to push this guy. Try another snipe, and again, barely missed the head. I really don't like the logo on the head right here, so I rotate around the mountain, use my fist for the extra jump height, push back up behind him, and took away his high ground. Hit him for a bit with my jump shots here. As I notice the zone moving in, I instantly react and dash past him. And while I'm going down the mountain, I spot the other guy straight in front of me. And knowing I'm dead in the middle of the last two remaining players, I have to act fast, hit him with a snipe, hit him with another, use my movement to get perfectly behind him, and finish him with a 180 with my shotgun. I'm now in the final 1v1, and now the guy is still ahead of me. He does have the high ground advantage. I peek him anyways, and this time I do not miss the head, getting another epic victory royale. Oh, that's the headshot, dude! Let's go, man. Can we get some subs for this on YouTube, guys? Let's go. I really like this game, as the end games on these mountains can be quite a mess. I learned sticking to a car for these end games here is super good, as well as, of course, playing the high grounds as good as possible. And yeah, I really enjoyed both games. I hope you did too. Guys, I'm still an insanely small channel, and it is my dream to change that. I'm putting as much effort as I can into these videos, and I hope they're enjoyable to you. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching if you're still here. More to come. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Sid! Oh my god, this sniper was so insane.